Hey vinyl community, Mark here again from Sound Matters, covering all things vinyl, and in today's video I just want to share with you something that's just for a bit of fun really. I want to share with you my dumbest vinyl record mistake, how I managed to destroy one of my records through my own stupidity. So after I've shared my story, I then want to invite you to share your dumbest record collecting mistake, or dumbest mistake in terms of anything you've done regarding to the vinyl hobby. I want to hear about it. None of us are perfect. Let's get straight into it. It's all about the fun. It's all about sharing stories. Enjoy this one. Now, none of us are perfect, and if you can tell me that you've never made a mistake with your records, then you're a better person than I am. Now, my story concerns this particular record here, which is Sanata Festival, and I managed to basically render this record completely unplayable and had to order a new copy. And the way that I managed to do this was during Christmas time, which can often be precarious if you like a little bit of a beverage or two at Christmas with your family. So we were indeed, it was Christmas time, we were enjoying a few drinks with the family, nice big meal and everything. I thought, I'll put a record on. So I put Sanata Festival on, just wanted a nice jovial kind of, upbeat record to listen to, of which Sanata Festival delivers in droves, by the way. If you haven't heard it, check out that album. I recommend you do so. And anyway, so we'd been having a few drinks. I think rule number one is basically alcohol and listening to vinyl doesn't really mix very well. But it being Christmas time, what happened was, there tends to be more candles around. There tends to be more kind of candles around the room. People like the atmosphere at Christmas. You make things festive, all very nice with the family and everything, right? And I have two turntable setups. So I have this one behind me here, which is my kind of private listening space, albeit quite a nice little cozy nook that I have. But I have that for more kind of quiet listening sessions on my own. And then in our living room, I have another turntable setup, which is more of a casual listening space that I share with my family. I think that's a nice thing to do. I share my record collecting hobby with my family. But here's what happens. Now, there's some shelves above the turntable, and I think you can kind of see where this is going. So this candle is placed above the turntable, and we've got some speakers, kind of bookshelf speakers either side on the same shelf, which in itself is probably not the best thing, but we live in quite a small home and we can't always get the ideal setup. We can't have floor standing speakers. That's just not a luxury that I can have in my living room, unfortunately. But you can kind of see where this was going. So it was too close to the edge, and the vibration from the speakers slowly shifted this very small candle forward, and then bang, it goes straight down onto the record and scratches the hell out of it whilst it's playing. I didn't have the lid down. I've basically decided that in the living room now, particularly with kids running around and with just after that experience in general, I've decided that in the living room at least, I always have the lid down on the turntable whilst it's playing. I know that in terms of reverberation, in terms of reverberation getting back into the cartridge, that can actually be a downside to having your lid down on your turntable. But when you're casually listening with family in the living room, I think it's probably best to just play on the safe side. You better protect it from dust from a start, and also you better protect it from stupidity like this. So this candle went straight down onto the record and just narrowly missed, fortunately, the tonearm and the cartridge, which would have been completely probably destroyed in the process, or at least the stylus would have been rendered completely destroyed, and that would have been a brand new stylus, which is quite a costly replacement if you're into audiophile cartridges, or even just the standard kind of Autophon stuff. This was just an Autophon Blue. They're still pretty pricey to replace. If you're not made of money, you don't want to be replacing that prematurely. So pretty stupid thing to have done. I mean, okay, people have probably done worse, and that's why I want to open up this conversation in this video. So let me know down in the comments below, what's the worst record collecting mistake that you have ever made? Have you stacked your records stupidly in a way that meant that the whole thing came crashing down? Have you perhaps left a record on the turntable so that it was in direct sunlight and it got warped to bits? I've seen that in so many cases. There's so many different stories out there. I think it's just kind of fun to share these stories. You kind of look back on it and you got to kind of laugh, really. So yeah, this is all just about the community. I just wanted to share this with you. And fortunately, I did manage to get another copy of Sanata Festival quite easy. It's not a difficult record to replace, and if anything, the copy that I got was probably closer to an original copy than the previous one that I had. So in the end, it worked out. But there you go. That's the perils of record collecting. Let me know down in the comments below, and I look forward to hearing your stories. And if you're new to this channel, then please do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers and keep spinning.